Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. This week with
I am the angriest Ninja Turtle, Raphael.
ah,
Shout out to his art, Transfiguration. I ain't never seen this picture before, but it's Jesus floating away. Everyone's freaking the fuck out.
let's take a look. Transfiguration by Raphael. Images. Oh yeah,
Hey, he's just going.
he is in fact just going.
I guess it makes sense, but I'm now realizing that almost all of these Renaissance artists or artists, they're gonna have a picture of Jesus probably
Oh,
as one of
almost
their big
certainly.
ones.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a
it's got
big
to be
deal.
one of their big ones. Yeah.
This is the I'm looking at this Transfiguration. This piece of art's kind of strange. Like
Yeah, like Jesus's face is like he looks like he's got clown makeup on, kinda.
a
He's
little
got
bit.
really like deep blush.
I'm more confused about like the topology here. What is this? This is just like a weird flat hill that he's
It
ascending
looks
off
more
of,
like a stone. It looks like a stone to me,
but it's
like a
green.
mossy stone.
I guess it
A
could be a
mossy
mossy
stone.
stone. Yeah, sure. It's a weird hill,
I don't
maybe.
know. It is weird. You're
It's
not
a
wrong about that.
pretty nice looking painting, though.
Who
I
are those
wonder.
two guys next to him that are also flying? What's up with that?
That's probably the apostles.
No, they can't fly.
Maybe they've like been granted the ability to fly.
That's fair, I guess.
Apparently, this is for the Feast of Transfiguration, which is something I've never heard of.
The only transfiguration I know about is Professor McGonagall transfiguring into a dang old cat.
Ah, is that the right word?
I'm pretty sure that's what she does. Maybe it's yeah, that's it. That's definitely it, dude. You're not a big Harry Potter head.
I've never seen anything related to Harry Potter in my life.
That's not very shocking.
No, it really isn't. I also haven't read any of the books.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. You
I,
want
would-
to
I would I would
read?
encompass that and not seen anything Harry Potter related. I
You
would
know, you
include
someone.
the
What?
books.
Look, I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. What I have learned is that I have to be the most pedantic with every single word I speak, or someone's gonna go, "Oh, well, you didn't, or you don't see a book, you read it." Is the comment I'm gonna read, and then my blood pressure is gonna rise.
I'm really excited to see the comments about how long the intro is because now that I know that's a
Oh
thing,
yeah,
I'm really trying to milk this one out.
people were joking that we were gonna do a 10-minute intro, this week.
I think we can get there if we really try hard enough. Oh
We
no, what are you doing?
Cranberry, we are at 3 minutes.
Oh, we're gonna go way faster then. Oh well.
We're
Also,
gonna
shout out to DMX. I forgot
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
before too. We talked about it a bit before the start. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
My one of my friends was like, "Oh, did you know that the DM in his name stands for Dark Man?" And I was like, "What does the X stand for?" And they're like,
X.
"X." Yeah,
Mega Man X, Dark Man X. You know how it
my
is.
favorite. I just random because I think that's what we said we were gonna do. We did one beetle, one
Whatever.
regular. Now we're just gonna random for the rest of the time.
Sounds good to me.
So Cranberry, do you feel like you have played enough of the DLC now to do an updated champion tier list?
Not yet, but I definitely have some new thoughts. And I
Mm-hmm.
gotta say, I'm a little higher on Shardtail because Imperialist seems really good in the Divinity fight if you
Mm-hmm.
can get her enough armor.
Yeah.
And then also Soulguard doesn't do shit in
I
that fight, really.
I have
Maybe Titan Channel is okay,
yeah,
but like other than that,
Titan
yeah.
Channel, dude. I've changed my mind. You were
You change
correct.
your mind on Titan Channel.
Yeah, I did a run with it on YouTube 2 or 3 days ago with Titan Channel.
Mhm.
It was really good.
Were you talking smack about me the whole time?
Nah, I was like, you know what? Cranberry's right.
But I mean, I gotta imagine for the first like half you were talking smack though, and
No,
then you were
because
like,
what I
ah.
basically in the run before that I played Bogworm Cocoon in
Mhm.
like the run the day before, and in that run I was hatching the Bogworm Cocoon on turn 2 consistently, and I was like, if I can trigger 12 shell on turn 2, I can probably trigger 15 incants on turn 2 or 3, and I was
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah, it's not as you have to make a deck dedicated to it, but
Mhm.
like if you do, and then you also have any other siren behind it, it usually works
Yeah.
pretty well.
I had what did I have behind him? I think I had I don't remember what I had. I had something behind him. It wasn't a siren though, it was a wormkin unit. I don't remember which one though.
Weird.
But I also have hypothesized that you probably just don't pick Titan Channel if you have Exile Hellhorned or Default Melting as your secondary.
That's fair.
Because the units seem like they're kind of gross.
Hmm
Alright. That's 5
By the way,
minutes. Yeah. Speaking
that's
of,
pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, 5 minutes.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Fade right now? I guess since that's our champion, let's talk about that real quick.
I've played exactly one run with her, and I had Waxer Snuffer and Firelight Fade, which was a brain dead run.
That seems pretty good.
That's today's run actually.
Oh, cool, cool. You said you were actually watching the L Gordon video that I put up recently.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you got to the end for, but I was using the quick little fade.
I did see that.
I think it's an improvement over the previous version of the card.
Probably, yeah.
And I like it. I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm excited to play any of the little fades here.
Okay. I've never gelled too much with Firelight to begin with. Burnout seems kind of weird.
It's
although with what's it called now? The Hallowed Halls, it seems sick as hell.
Yeah. And you just kind of build your run around it a little more. And now I understand the requirements of building your run around it a bit better. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you streaming today?
I should be.
Okay.
Almost definitely. And oh, I forgot. I was gonna have a recommended video. That was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Either Deja Vu or There Are Two Sirens Inside of You. Either one of those are pretty good. I've noticed, by the way, Voix, I've noticed analytically when you make your title a meme, it seems to do a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's that's something I'm gonna try to do from now on.
Wait until you find the real secret sauce, which is if you put Big Sludge in the title, people auto-click the video.
Oh, that's a good point.
Every single video that I've ever done with Big Sludge in the title pops off. I got a Big Sludge highlight coming up either yesterday or tomorrow. Pretty exciting.
Do you think there's like something sinister going on there, where it's like they're not looking for Monster Train, they're looking for something else?
No, I don't think people are clicking on a video titled Big Sludge and going, "Oh, this isn't about and then watching it anyway.
I don't know. We're really stretching this one out, huh?
Oh yeah. Let's go, shall we?
Yeah,
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
New record.
New
Poggy.
Yeah. 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Leave your comments in the comment section below about how shitty the intro was this time and how much you hate us.
Poggy.
Yeah, Poggy. Should also mention it's 4:30 p.m. and it is springtime, so if you hear any strange noises, it's probably my neighbor getting real mad at the local tree.
You do that often?
Yeah, during one of my Retropolis episodes last summer, I was recording and the dude just walked outside and chainsawed his tree down.
Oh, that makes sense though. Like that, he's not angry at it.
I mean, the tree was fine, dude. It's just gone now. I can see the stump. I was blown away. Alright, let's go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We've Plating Seal Daedalus, Failure Arcus Chase Seraph. I talk about this recently a little bit, but like, man, I would go through these, but it really doesn't matter now that we have the boss info mod. It's such a nice mod.
It is definitely nice.
Entombed Explosive Hornbreak and Remnant Host. I think I haven't been putting it in the description, actually. I have to double check that. Check the artifact first. We don't get double extinguishes, so this isn't going to be an easy run. I prefer Boon of the Blacksmith here.
Do we have any consume cards, or what did we have there again?
We have none.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Boon's fine.
Yeah.
Boon's consistent.
Absolutely fine. Oh, good. I don't know how Little Icarus is in the post-DLC life.
My sense of it so far is quite a bit worse.
That is my
Not
expectation.
unplayable. The fact that especially bosses do more damage per hit now means that Little Icarus is getting less hits against them. Something like Arcus, who I think is our guy, right? Arcus is going to be hitting for probably 30 to 35 damage, depending on how many shards we have by then.
Yep.
It's hard to get Little Icarus to the point where you can survive more than 2 hits. Like, you need like damage, shield, or we can put armor. Armor is an option in Hellhorned, but like, it's not a good option.
Yeah, I'm down to give it a try here because we do have things to help her get going with 2 Entombed Explosive. Or we can play Eternal Flame.
I enjoyed Eternal Flame the time I played it.
I don't have a big preference.
It scales up pretty quickly, and while it's not as good anymore in the Relentless, as you know, Relentless is not as important in the Divinity. I mean, it's still important, but like, you need to handle waves, and that Eternal Flame scales up very quickly, and it scales up like in time with how difficult the waves scale up. Because you know that first wave is like the damage shield guys or the spell shield guys, and like the next wave is like still kind of weak, and then they get stronger. Like Eternal Flame, Little Fade scales with them basically.
Okay, I mean, I'm down to play either one if you have a preference. I haven't played either yet, so it doesn't make a big difference.
I want to stay friends, and I think Little Icarus might be terrible now. So
Okay.
I'm more inclined to take Eternal Flame so we can remain friends in this series.
Sounds fine to me. I am okay with taking this money, although we might be weak.
What was the middle floor? What was the middle of the thing here? Another horde.
Banner.
I would actually say we skip this one because if we need the money in the shop, we can just take the divine boon there.
On the other hand, though, we're definitely safe into this combat with 2 entombed explosive and primitive molds.
That's fair.
I think you gauge
we can double take, I guess, if we really need the money.
We also just don't have to take this money.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like we can see, right? It's gonna depend a bit on the trial as well. Down for armor.
Armor's nice.
We have a Hornbreak here too. Hornbreak's really good for this. Like probably given Exile Hellhorned and the double, like the triple unit starter almost. Because we have Queens.
We'll be okay.
Yeah, but like Hornbreak's a big high roll on our starting card. I don't know if I could think of a better one.
Welder Helper, maybe.
Because we want Fade to die, so Welder Helper doesn't seem that good.
I mean, just for whatever we're doing on the other floors. Like Little Fade operates by herself, basically. She runs around on the bottom and mid floor, while you usually play something else top floor.
You know, here I am in my eternal struggle with the sound balancing. I'll turn this down just a touch.
I'm pretty sure you turned it down and back up to the exact same number.
I turned it down by like 5.
I don't know.
So to fix my audio issues, because the game was a lot louder than I was, I suppressed my desktop audio on Streamlabs, which is good, but I'm worried that the game is drowning you out now. I don't really want to stop.
Always an issue.
Yeah, permanently stuck. I don't really want to stop the recording and double check or anything like that.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. The game's a little bit louder than you in my headphones, though, so I'm going to continue to adjust it until it feels right to me.
I can get a little closer to the mic. Is this better?
Yeah, realistically, I should just turn you up, but here we are.
Again, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I'm not stressing it. I'm gonna turn the game down because I'd rather have it. If I think that there's a misbalance, I'd rather have the misbalance be the game is far too quiet than you are too quiet.
That is also true. Also, this is a cool thing you'll notice too about Little Fade. If you let her die each turn, she will 1v1 the boss basically. But like in these first 2 combats, she scales up to the point where she can handle the boss in 3 hits.
Yeah. She seems pretty good. It seems really good. I like the style as well of she's quick and then she takes her hit and then dies.
Yeah. Listen,
pretty cool.
She's no Soul Guard pre-Divinity. Don't get me wrong. But I think Soul Guard got quite a bit worse post-Divinity, but like it's still pretty sick.
I think I would pick Molded here.
We could go Entombed Explosive and infuse an Entomb onto an Entomb.
We could.
For that cool 100 damage, but I don't like that very much. If we had Wax Knuffer, then that's another thing, but like we don't.
Olive Drippings is also fine. It lets us lean into like a... I feel like one of the ways we can go here, although we won't most likely go this way because we have a Hellhorn banner here, but we could go like Draft Infused Paraffin Enforcer, something like that is something I really want to try, and I feel like in a run like that you want to pick up a Burnout Extender.
I'm down to take it. I mean, in theory, Molded is also kind of a Burnout Extender, right?
Yeah, kind of. It's just targeted, although we don't really need the reforms actually because this is an endless fade.
I'm down for the drippings, and you know, like worst case scenario, it's a spell that we play and it's gone forever. Like it's not that huge of a deal in our deck.
I guess you're right. It's like this is a perspective take that potentially opens up some interesting lines, and these other 2 cards don't do much.
Yeah.
I think in reality, if you don't want to take the perspective take, you just skip here. But I'm down for this.
I'm down to try some shenanigans with Paraffin Enforcer.
Now this is a tough choice here. Because on the one hand, Welder Helper, right? Of course. But I think Hidden Passage is a pretty good pickup as well.
can I be honest with you, Voyix? It's kind of, you were talking about it before in the beginning about how to evaluate, not even evaluate, but like how to like handle the last Divinity fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but I've had a lot less success trying to be defensive, and I've had more success being offensive.
Yeah.
Right, killing the back line with like a piercing spell or something like that,
Yep.
or putting quick on a multi-strike for 200 damage unit, stuff like that has
Yes.
given me better results than trying to do something like defensive, like play welder helper over and over again.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad idea, but like the waves do so much damage, it's so hard to keep up with. So if you're not killing them first, they're usually killing you first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm less inclined to do something like welder helper now in the DLC.
And I think he's still fine.
Oh, he's still good. Don't get me wrong. But and maybe it's too early to tunnel vision on trying to find a strategy that beats the last Divinity. But Hidden Passage is also pretty sick here.
Yeah, I really like the ability to ascend enemies on the last Divinity. You can either mess up the waves by like moving a deadly frontline tank to the back, and then it just does like 8 to your pyre, or you can super stack a floor. Like we can play Fade 4 times and then ascend her up and overstack a floor that we otherwise couldn't mess with. I think
Doesn't work that well against the Divinity if you're doing it on the top floor because it's gonna sweep and she only has like 8 health.
Yep.
So if you're like putting her from like bottom to mid floor, that's pretty good.
We could hold it over if we needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Welder Helper's fine, but I don't think we want it because we're just going to reform our dying units most likely. I'd rather go Hidden Passage.
I'm down with it.
Okay. Dude, you want to talk about a good unit in the DLC? Look at this guy. He's sick.
I haven't used him that much yet, only because every time I see him, I think I already have like a good tank. But I'm down to see the truth. I want to see Railbeater do his thing.
He's really good. One of my runs that almost won was Trample Penumbra and Railbeater, and that was the whole strat.
Oh, can you imagine like putting like getting a trample stone maybe from like the cave event, right? Putting quick on Railbeater and then putting trample stone on the quick fade, and it's doing like 600 quick trample damage real quick.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong. You just got to find a way to keep Railbeater alive, I guess. I also want to mention Horned Warrior could be good here. Just take Horned Warrior, reform him a bunch of times.
I think his infusion's like not bad. Like obviously Fragile isn't. It's a one horn's tome as an infusion.
Yeah.
Like there are units that want that, so that's pretty cool.
And Brandon Warrior, good essence. You can combo this with some things and make some dumb units.
Oh, if we were awoken, I would think we would snap pick Brandon Warrior here and just look for a sweep unit.
I'm gonna say Railbeater.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I want to see it.
Also, poor
Essence is
Railbeater.
underwhelming, but like
it's
he's
awful.
pretty cool.
Go left here.
I think so, right? Like, I mean, we could try to go for some sort of reform strategy and go right path, and then
that's viable
the
because there's
later.
a steel shop here as well. I'm down to go right path as well and just look for Remnant Banner. It's mostly which unit do you want to see? Do you want to look at Hellhorn units or Remnant units here?
Well, I mean, like, what Hellhorn unit would you want here?
Apex
Maybe.
Imp.
Oh, Apex Imp would be cool. That just for that, I'm down to go that way. I want to see that.
All right. Have you not gotten to play with him yet?
Every time I get him, it just doesn't work. I had a pretty cool sketches run that I thought was gonna pop off, but it died the turn I took sketches because we got a really bad sketches roll.
Too bad. On this pick, I'm just gonna press skip.
Yeah, these are both pretty bad. Although if we took Railbeater, we could put his essence on Apex Imp if we ever see it.
Nah, you're better off looking for Steelworker for him.
Yeah, Steelworker's pretty sick.
I don't really want to play Endless on anything here. I think we just reroll.
Are we looking for like multi or something on the guy?
We can find like Large Stone's pretty good for him. Health is good for him.
Yeah.
Multi-strike probably not, but we'll see what we see.
Yeah, like multi-strike doesn't seem that good because it's like it's hitting and then hitting again. It does, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't like stack weakness 2. It stacks 1 and then uses 1 on the second hit.
Yeah, it's good if you can buff him, but are we gonna be able to buff him? I mean, maybe if we're it depends.
Is he our carry?
He can be our carry. I mean, if we put multi-strike here and we find Hallowed Halls, this run is like we're at 20 minutes now. If we put multi-strike here, we find Hallowed Halls, this run ends in about 20 minutes max.
I'm down to speculate and do it. I would like to see that happen.
I mean, it's not terrible, you know. It's fine.
Yeah.
He does do well into the early combats, and we are rich.
Okay, sure.
Let's give it a shot. With that, I want to take the money as well, so we can hopefully see something cool here.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Let's just give it a whirl. Hold off, I didn't take the 510 because I don't want it. And I'm down for a +4 here.
Oh yeah, unit drafts are so good.
Yeah, very, very strong
like,
pickups.
It's just like it's crazy how much, like, you know, they obviously got better because of the implementation of essences, but like it's crazy how much better they are now.
The strat here is going to be Rail Beater mid 4. Fade walks up with this wave and then gets to cash in on the melee weakness up here. My thinking. Something like this. And then she walks up and kills this off. Hopefully we draw a Hornbreak.
You want to just play the Hollow Dripping Zexus? I mean, I guess it might do something if we reform like the I don't know what we would even reform later, but
it'd have to be Rail Beater, but like there's no way.
Odds are low.
You enchant. This enchants 2 spikes. So
you want to Hidden Passage the Collector and then put Train Steward top floor to get the kill there?
Probably. We put this explosive down. It's kinda awkward.
I think it's fine if you explosive and Little Fade in front. That kills the heavy, and then like Little Fade gets it. Well, oh no, Little Fade doesn't kill actually. Shoot. So it is a little awkward.
Yeah, you explode. Fade kills. You kill both of these. It's fine.
It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah,
but I think you still go Hidden Passage and Train Steward to collect the collector up top.
Yeah, it's fine.
You get the Ember Drain, but like, oh well.
Probably the best way to go about it there. God, the early game is so free with these primitive molds plus a Doomed Explosive. Look at this. How strong. Fade will not die if I play her.
You can put her bottom then.
Yeah, you're right. Just put this. We don't have to do a whole lot of thinking with Entombed Explosive in the early game here. Kind of just free wins.
It's just free, dude.
Yeah. We don't have anything that we have to be like scaling up for or anything like that. We can just kill whenever. No harvests or anything fun. Forgot to hold right click there. Alright. All things considered, a pretty good 2 combats. We got both trials, we got both unit drafts, we took no damage, got the collectors. I would snap pick draft here.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Unit's really strong. I mocked his multi-strike 1, burnout 1, but now that I've played a few more games of melting, the burnout 1 is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if you did the same thing I did, but we both had some pretty insane Bounty Stalker runs recently. And I used Draft Infusion on it with Endless, and that was pretty sick.
I had Draft Infusion and Dark Calling Rector.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I had Hollowed Halls. I'm gonna grab the draft now.
Yep.
It's a shame we can't also get Whiplash there, but we'll live. I like Welder Helper.
Yeah, but now that we don't have a Hidden Passage, I like taking Welder Helper here.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't hurt to have one. Yeah. A lot of rail beaters, huh?
Yeah, 3 so far. Every single time we could have seen a rail beater, we saw one. I don't know how Lady of the Reformed is. She's probably fine. Wickless Tycoon's money. I'm down to go Lady of the Reformed here, though.
Sure.
I haven't tried her yet.
We can give that a shot.
Show her Essence, because I don't even think I've seen it in YouTube yet. 20 health and Summon of High.
I think if the plan is to do, like, you know... Let's say if the plan is to slap some drafts on that lady. Right? Like or not literally Essence onto her, but, like, play lady, play drafts behind. I think what might work well is to put Endless on her so we can keep playing her when she dies. I think it's like a futile effort to not to keep her from dying. So I think that might be a possible play there.
We just reform her.
Oh, I forgot we have the molds. Yeah, you're right.
You want to go right here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The steel shot, it's okay. I was hopeful for a Paraffin Enforcer. Alas, there is not one here today.
What are you thinking?
I think that... I mean, I'm kind of thinking maybe we want to go Wickless Baron infused with Draft.
Oh, and then put him behind the Lady of the Reform.
Yeah, if he burns out, we just primitive mold him. It's like, I don't think he gets enough harvest, though, to really warrant it, is the problem.
We can take a size upgrade and then throw those entombed explosives in there, too.
That's true. Or we could, like, Endless Remnant Host.
The issue with that is that the drafts might get, depending on how we like stack them, which I don't think would ever happen, but like the drafts could get like reform or burnout from Lady and then not die. I don't think there's a way to set that up where that happens, really.
It could happen if so it could happen if a sweep occurs on the floor that doesn't kill the drafts but hits Lady, assuming we put them in front.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way, but it's really not something we have to worry about.
Yeah.
I think it's fine to take it and then potentially just remove it if we see something better. Like, don't infuse yet. Infuse after we've seen all our units.
I think Wickless Baron kind of works here. Keep in mind that like our Fade dies very often because it has very little health.
Yeah.
So we can like pretty oftentimes put it in the front of that floor too to take a hit. So that'll be more harvest as well.
The big problem is that we don't have a way to kill backline for him.
Yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe ever.
Potentially ever. I mean, I'm down to take him and just try it. You know, maybe we can find something. Keep our options open.
I feel like if we don't take him, we're gonna probably end up losing this in like 2 rings because we'd have no way to actually deal any damage.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I haven't seen this guy in a long time.
Can we even use like Dante effectively here?
Sure, why not?
I guess we can give him the essence from the guy.
The draft?
You know, the Baron.
Oh.
Or the draft. I don't think one more multi-strike is that big of a deal on him though.
But we give him the
I think
burnout
something like
one.
increasing his base stats is a bigger deal.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I'll take Dante for sure here.
Yeah, let's do Dante, sure.
I haven't seen Dante in a long time.
Do you remember the last time we did Dante Voidix in a co-op?
No.
We used Formless Child.
Oh. That sounds terrible.
It was pretty cool when we got it to work, though. We got a Dante with 40 attack.
I'll do plus 25 on Rail Beater.
Okay, sure.
And I'm gonna roll this with our money. Because we do not have a shop in the next ring.
Okay, sounds good.
We may as well take a little peek. Just looking if I want to Rage 7. I don't really like this. Multi-strike. Dante, where are you?
We could put it on Baron for the time being, like short term.
Yeah, but is it really worth it? Do you think? I think we're not keeping Baron, so...
You could put it on the draft, or we're probably gonna infuse him onto someone at some point.
Yeah, if nothing else, we infuse him onto Lady, most likely. It feels like a waste to me to do this.
Okay. Money is important.
Yeah.
I won't deny it.
We're gonna look for... I mean, we may as well check this.
Oh, Extreme Stone.
Oh, baby.
Is there a world where something like Extreme Stone Hornbreak does enough? Like, even though it's only killing one backline unit, does that like help us out enough?
No, it's not worth the shards right now because we're gonna be taking a lot since we're planning 2 infusions. We're already at like 70 accounted for. Because we're planning on infusing something into Dante and then probably draft into something as well. Just move on.
We could put Baron into Dante and then just like Hellvent him.
Yeah, that's probably strong.
Yeah.
Another click data.
Even if we're just killing enemy units, like it's going to be a lot of stats very quickly.
It's tough though because you have to get the initial kills. But,
that's true.
We got some interesting. We got a lot of choices here. We've kept our options open pretty well, so we'll just see where we end up.
Arguably too open.
Nah, that's fine. We just remove a few things and we're chilling.
I guess play the Baron in the back here.
Yeah, making sure. He's chilling. Daedalus comes in with a damage shield.
That could be worse.
Yeah. We'll do... like this is probably fine.
Who do you want to chump with this steward?
I actually think we put him behind here and then he'll kill
to get some benefit out of that damage shield?
He'll just kill the foot
Or
soldier.
not damage shield, melee weakness, but also yeah, just kills that guy.
He doesn't get any melee weakness benefit because of the. No, oh, I guess he does get it from the second hit. That's right. I always forget the second hit applies melee weakness as well. I wonder if we have enough just like actual stats to win this.
Quick, you gotta horn break your own lady.
I think we just horn break the draft and then reform it.
Oh, and reform it. Okay.
Yeah, hope for the reform hit. There you go. You got another round of Ember Drain, but it's not the end of the world. In reality, I think the bottom 4 kills Daedalus here.
Oh, it's gonna be close. I don't know if it gets the straight up kill.
Yeah, it is close. I want to get this train steward out of the way. I guess we could.
What, put the welder helper down?
No, I just want him out of the way so that when we're in Relentless, we can.
Oh, so you can. Yeah, I got you. So you can play the fade there.
I think it's worth. The top floor is just kind of holding excess units right now. Look at that rail beater. He's beating rail. I've had some pretty fun runs with him. He's not doing a ton here, but he's a fun unit.
Yeah, melee weakness is a cool. There's two things. Melee weakness and revenge are cool abilities that the game does not implement well, or not implement often enough, I would say.
Yeah. What even has revenge in this game? The sentient, I know.
The sentient, and then one of the heaven's finest upgrades.
Yeah.
And like that's sort of it.
The prince has revenge.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And Hot Shark has revenge. Okay, we win the run.
Cool.
I was like, ooh, are we gonna get there? Are we not gonna get there? Yeah, we got there. All right. I'm going to click Hollowed Halls now. Have you played much with Hollowed Halls?
Every time I try to take it, I'm like trying to be like, oh, I'll get Hollowed Halls, I'll cost down it and holdover, and then I never see holdover, and I never get to play it enough, and it's just like,
You can
not very good in that deck.
You can get around that.
Or yeah, you could like duplicate it and stuff too, I suppose.
Yeah, you just gotta remove a lot. So I'm gonna skip these. Although, have you considered? You see where I'm going with this?
I do see where you're going with this, and I kind of like it. That seems like maybe because I've done this one before too. Actually, this is a play I've done before. If you're not following, Alpha Fiend Essence onto the Dante that is soon to be approaching.
It's plus 30 per round. Yeah, I am going to say that we don't need this, and right now to win this run, we just need to remove a bunch of cards, and then like adding Alpha Fiend just to infuse him isn't great.
Okay.
But in another
because
way,
I've already done this one before, I'm down to see how Hollowed Halls does his thing.
So now I need to think. Give it a sec here. So we have Dante, who is 2 space. We have Rail Beater, which
we may want a large stone Dante.
Or
right?
We do. Okay, so what we're gonna want is we want Dante infused with Wickless Baron. We can just keep the Rail Beater in because he's fine, and then we remove Lady of the Reformed and as many units as we can. We play Hollowed Halls on the floor, and the goal is to get Rail Beater, Dante on the floor.
That sounds good to me.
So in that line, we need to keep the reform pool very clear because we want to always reform exactly those 3 units. If we take space, it changes nothing, assuming that we keep our reform pool to exactly those 3 units, because the way that Hollowed Halls works is it reforms until you overflow. So it'll reform, and then with 1 space open, it'll reform 1 more 2-space unit.
Yeah.
So basically, we don't need to take space.
That being said, we need would you rather like put a cost or true stone down and hold over the Hallowed Halls, or would you rather put like, I mean, ideally we would have holdover like to play it every single turn, right?
Yeah.
So would you go intrinsic stone then, just to have it on that first turn, or would you rather go cost down?
We will see what they show us.
Fair.
It's like you can do either, but mostly it's like we'll want to do intrinsic if we can't get the deck down by like 8 cards, but we're going to focus pretty heavily on removals. I think right now we take draw, and then after the next one, we take energy to combat the
Okay.
Dante's candles.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So Howled Halls is interesting because it's going to take us a little while to get it off the ground. We're going to just tunnel magic shops. We'll get Dante here. It's a shame because we'll have to... Yeah, we'll go left most likely. We could go right and then just hope there's a holdover in this magic shop. But I think it's better to...
Trust me.
Yeah, it's better to go back to back on the magic shops just to be certain we have the highest chance of seeing it. Realistically, we don't even need the holdover till around
There's
here.
not even that many upgrades that are important for Dante. The best one is probably like quick.
Yeah.
Because like even first off, if we're gonna duplicate him, large stone is not even, we can't even do that. He'll be too big for the plan. We would need one more size upgrade at some point, or two more. We need two more.
Could,
actually, yeah.
No, we would take one space and then we could duplicate him.
Well, not a large stone to one.
No, you could, because
wouldn't it be 6? Oh, because it's over. You're right.
Yeah,
you're
so
right.
if you take one, so if we want to large stone him, we can, but we won't know if we're going to large stone him until here.
After Arcus, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, we can just kind of work it out as we go here. I'm going to look at removals.
Yeah, and a free artifact, which is nice.
And we're going to remove the worst card.
There's no need to be rude to your unstamped train steward, by the way. Very rude.
Yeah, he's probably never getting there. I'm gonna go.
I got that in like 2 days of the thing being out. What the heck, dude?
Yeah, because I tunnel removals on train steward as fast as possible. All my train stewards are usually gone before floor 5. Skip this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna infuse here Baron into Dante. That's 25, so we're at 45 here. We're probably going to... Yeah, we can take this artifact. We got a bunch of temples.
Yeah.
Volatile Gauge.
No.
Mark of a Champion is pretty nuts with this fade, I hear.
Yeah. Because each time you play it, it gets the attack boost.
The alternative is Cheater's Hand, because Cheater's Hand lets us not miss our Howled Halls if we draw it early.
They're both very good. That's probably better, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I think maybe the Mark of a Champion is just kind of overkill.
It's a bait.
Yeah.
Fade basically doesn't exist in my mind right now.
I think you know how I'm a big fan of like Gorge 2, Trample 1 on Penumbra. I think there's a line where you play Little Icarus 2 and then Quick Fade 1 just to give it the quick, basically.
Maybe, yeah.
Like you spend the entire game on Little Icarus farming kills, and then once your attack is really high, you just slap quick on it, basically.
I'm not taking this trial.
Is it that big of a deal?
Yes. The clip conduit...
yeah, it's the haste combat. If we can't kill the haste,
yeah.
the second floor does a cool murder.
And these clip conduits come in with damage shield sometimes. I took 40 to one of these units on this trial once, so now I just don't take this trial ever.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're very scary.
Yeah, they do have it's like 10 or I think it's 10 attack, right?
10 attack, 5 HP, damage shield 1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up,
They
dude.
beat the shit out of you. It's crazy. You want to play Rail Beater down here? Usually he goes mid-floor, but there's no mid-floor here, so I think it's best to put Rail Beater.
Start beating, dude. Just get in there.
It lowers our tomb options, but it should be okay. Something. No queens and queens. Huh. You know what? Dante's Candle? That's a tomorrow problem.
I mean, Little Fade gets the kill there on the front guy, which doesn't matter that much, but you could, like, I don't know.
Yeah, we can play her.
The Reform behind,
break,
and then Horn Break one of them?
Yeah. Horn Break here, I suppose? No, not necessarily. Hold on. So...
I think you actually Horn Break the very back one. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know now. I'm confused.
Because it's like we're going to have... I guess we don't care about 15 damage going through the Lady of the Reform. The big problem here is that we're just behind on getting kills for Baron.
That is true.
The Lady of the Reformed here.
We could just let the one leak and then, like, I don't know, horn break the
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
the marksman.
Well, I was thinking what we could also do here is we could... I guess it doesn't help too much. I was thinking we could hidden passage this and then catch collector, but we're gonna just permanently.
You can just play train steward mid to catch the collector and then horn break the marksman.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The idea.
The marksman, but okay.
The idea here is by turning off this haste, we have more time. Like we can drop an explosive to catch this, and then we can get Fade back on the bottom floor.
Also fair.
I think getting Fade back to bottom floor slapping is important. We can just pick to choose to never see that Dante's candle. That conduit. I hate these.
The mid floor is pretty cool.
These things are scary. We put this here.
It kills everything there, yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Maybe I should have played more of those cards. I didn't even look at the rest of those. I'm gonna do... I was thinking Entombed Explosive Horn Break, but we can just Horn Break.
You can Horn Break the front line. You can play Fade there too, just to kill the heavy at this point. Not the heavy, the heavy.
One sec.
Afterwards.
Alright. I could have cut that out, but probably not going to. Doesn't matter too much.
I want some Brussels sprouts, dude.
Oh, that didn't. That was not picked up on the stream, but it did go through on Discord.
Ah.
Yeah. Because I haven't been using my push to mute on Discord lately. I just kind of unbound it. Because you ever have a push to mute keybind and also push to talk on Discord?
I don't think so.
Dude, it's a nightmare.
I never had a need for that.
I use push to talk when I raid, and it's like, if you have push to mute and push to talk on, it's like you press the push to talk button and then it mutes you as you're trying to talk. Because I use the same key binding. Anyway, so we're gonna play Horn Break here and then Fade. The problem is she doesn't die, so I guess we put her behind. And we prep for the Relentless.
Yeah, it is next turn is the turn off, right?
Yeah. Or
yeah,
wave
yeah,
remaining 2. Yeah, I think this is right. I think we've seen before. I'm pretty sure it's like this. And with the melee weakness, Fade will be doing a large amount of damage.
Yes.
I think we are fine to just press end turn.
What was our boss for this one?
I don't know. I never look at the 4/4 boss. It doesn't matter.
It might have been Sweepo.
It can't be Sweepo. This is 4/4.
Sweepo can't show up on 4. Oh, so what is that, like that big, like the porcupine or whatever?
Yeah, right? That's the one with spikes. Could be that. It's gonna press end turn. It's this guy.
Oh, it's the easiest one.
Yeah. He comes in at higher shards. He comes in with Ember Drain 1. But we're chilling.
Oh, that's... Oh, like he comes in and drains your Ember. I thought it was gonna be like an Ember Drain 1 on strike, and I'm like, that doesn't do shit.
No,
like
no.
Your unit dies at the end of the turn.
Yeah, no, he comes in with Ember Drain 1. Hey, Formless Child.
Boy, this is happening again.
You know, look at this though. It's Extinguish +20. We put this on Dante. It's insane.
Oh my god. It's really, happening again.
It's really disgusting.
I can't believe it's happening
Absolutely.
again. I'm so excited.
I don't really want any of these. Do you?
You don't want battering ram?
It's a bit better in the DLC actually.
Yeah, it's actually really cool with Steelworker.
Yeah, but not particularly. What about Inflame?
What about Inflame?
It's really good, isn't it?
I wish it didn't exist.
It's kind of rude. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dante now.
I can't believe it's happening again.
I haven't seen Dante in like 100 episodes, I feel like. It's been a long time. Gonna go left. Magic shot, fold over.
Yep.
Etc. and also etc. +10. Hornbreak doesn't need +10. It does 36 piercing. Throw a -1 at Hornbreak, honestly.
Okay. I was gonna say before you do Hallowed Halls, you might want to look for True Stone.
Yeah,
whatever it's called. Value Stone.
We can peep it. Value Stone. Probably just gonna grab it.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile.
Let's reroll. God, we're good.
Oh my god, this is the easiest game ever made.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump a lot of shards here, and I think it's okay. I'm gonna do value stone because it's here.
Yeah.
We're gonna potentially jump to 75 before self-made harpy, which is scary.
It won't be a problem.
You're probably right. What is Dante's essence? Summon, add 1 Dante's candle to your hand. That's tough.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Please don't make that noise.
Well, it won't make it anymore now, unless it keeps making the noise each time it dies. If that like noise is on the extinguish effect.
Oh yeah, imagine Dante just makes that noise. Holy. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna purge Wickless Baron and Lady of the Reform now.
That does make sense.
And Lady of the Reform, thank you for your service. And what's our map like? There's no removal, so we'll probably go Trinket Shop because it's in line with money.
I think we can remove one more card.
Yeah, the goal here is just remove down everything we can now.
Yep.
If the sooner we draw Hollowed Halls, the easier the run is. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure we're going double card draw now too. Now that the whole point is to get that Hollowed Halls, and we also don't have intrinsic on it anymore.
I'm gonna skip Spikes 4 here first.
Yeah, we're at 75 shards against Harpy. I agree.
About to get blasted. We might take space just to open up the large stone line. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess that's a possibility. I don't know.
I'll put primitive mold on top. So we have room to have 1 unit in the Hollowed Halls rotation. I think it's Entombed Explosive. Personally.
That makes sense. Sure. It might miss it sometimes if we hit the other 3 first.
But we only have 2 of these guys right now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We do only have 2 of them currently.
Yeah, we're not like in the clear yet. We're gonna aim probably top floor Hollowed Halls gameplay because we have more time that way.
That makes sense.
This guy is big, but we're gonna go sit up here, and we're just waiting. With Cheater's Hand, we also have a chance to draw Hollowed Halls like a turn sooner, which is nice.
Not this turn sooner.
Oh, definitely not. Get that out of there. In the pool, it's this guy.
It's a Entombed Explosive.
Get in there, buddy. Do we want Fade to
hold
die?
on. Yeah, I think you want Fade to die.
Yeah,
You want that. You want that endless damage boosting.
Agree. Any minute now, we're gonna draw it. Trust. 51. You're at 55. Oh, this does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think you just play the Entombed Explosive up top.
Oh, you're right. Although it doesn't die.
Oh shit! Although you can horn break it.
That's just strictly worse than horn breaking this guy, isn't it?
No, well that's. Oh, hold on. What's the math? He gets 10 armor.
Yeah, I mean he's at 55 and this does 50.
But that does 36 damage from the horn break. So if we play it and we hit it with its own horn break. Oh, but he has 10 damage on him just for living.
Yeah.
But then we don't get the Ember Drain next turn.
I mean, we can just... We don't need the Ember Drain next turn anyway. We can just Horn Break and then do Explosive Little Fade middle floor.
That makes sense, I guess. Whatever.
Alright, whatever.
You're right.
This Little Fade is a good unit to just serve as our interim until we get to start playing the game.
Yeah.
Now we get
And
to
it'll
start
do
playing
things
the game.
even when we're doing the other game we're playing, if that makes any sense. You want to primitive mold the thing back first and then play it and let it die again?
Yeah, sure. Little Fade is kind of sick here, too.
Yeah, just the fact that it operates, like, independent of what you're doing on the top floor is pretty cool to me, at least.
Yeah, 125.
It just runs around and just picks off heavies once it gets ramped up.
Yeah, she's just gonna drop in and bop this guy for 125, I guess.
It reminds me of like an endless, or not endless, a held over like not even Ice Empire. It's like a held over like nuke spell.
I'm gonna sit up. I have to move my microphone if you're hearing the bump. I want to... Oh, this isn't the... So I think we horn break first here.
So that way the explosive hits the big boy?
Maybe we just horn break this. I think we horn break this thing out.
Either way seems fine.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you're good on the top floor no matter what you do there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to like min-max how much damage goes out on these units, but they die every turn for free anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. And Dante's already at 300. In 2 Hallowed Halls, he's up to 300. So I'm feeling pretty good here. I guess the Entombed Explosive is awkward because we might lose value on Rail Beater's melee weakness sometimes.
I guess we can like I don't know, sometimes whenever it's in the front we can then remove it from the the Hallowed Hall by not playing it anymore. In theory?
In theory, yeah. I also, I don't think it matters too much since Dante is up to 600 damage.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Dude, that Hallowed Halls Dante, what a world. Also almost got fucking clapped because Dante
Yeah, you
ended
did
up in front.
almost fucking lose.
That's crazy. So gotta watch out for that, I suppose. Fuck you, self-made Harpy.
Yeah.
Boss does 35 damage. What the hell?
Luckily, the man, the myth, the legend, Railbeater comes in and takes care of business.
Absolutely slaps. I know someone's gonna type out, oh, it's not actually 35, it's 42. I know it's 42, but my man in front had 35 damage. Or 35 health, I should say. I don't
Memento Mori, is interesting because we, we're Hallowed Halls and we're killing our own units over and over and over and over again, right?
It is interesting. I had the same thought, and then I picked it and realized that it's plus 30 per round, and at the end of combat, it does maybe 200 for 3 energy.
Yeah, it's not that good.
It is really bad. Someone compared...
Crushing Demise is interesting.
We just want to remove...
In the Divinity, it's not that useful either.
We're just removing cards here.
Yeah.
Someone in my chat said that they hear people compare Memento Mori to Forever Consumed, like those cards are on a similar level, which I thought was wrong.
Weird because,
skip this, by the way. Maybe make an argument for
March is interesting because, you were saying before about how the Entombed Explosive would not be in front sometimes. March puts it in front.
Yeah, but on the other hand,
not that good.
We had a worst case outcome and still lived, and no boss does more damage than Self-Made Harpy. There's not a single combat in this game that has a stronger Relentless than that boss. That thing did 42.
You could argue that the Divinity has a stronger Relentless because it's sweeping for 17, and then also has a gigantic wave in front of it before the Relentless starts. But I agree with what you're saying.
There, again, on technicality, Sap Seraph at a certain number of shards does more because it's 48. But
yeah,
I'm going to skip this. We're fine. Dante's going to crush. So we don't actually need to go left anymore for the magic shop, so we can go right and look at a removal here probably.
I think we already said about going this way for the money, so that way we would have more money for removals later. So yeah. And maybe we get the event where we throw a card in and get a random rare.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be good. I'm not really interested in buying any of those relics. Trap Shoot Pulley Claw.
Do these do anything for us, really?
It's okay to be able to daze the Divinity for 2 rounds, but I'm just gonna skip it.
Wouldn't you rather Pulley Claw and daze it for 3?
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's probably better, but it's 2 energy versus 0.
I think we'll be okay.
I agree.
I don't think we'll need it. It won't be bad, though. It'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe either one of them permafrost.
On principle, though. Just skip that event when you see it. We're okay. I don't think we're infusing draft anymore. I think our game plan is to...
remove the draft?
Probably not remove the draft, but pretty close.
Oh, do you want to put the draft on the rail beater? That's not bad. That's not terrible.
That seems okay actually. It takes us to 100, but we can do that later. It's good because it removes something from the deck. I'm gonna grab 1 more removal. And we'll just take out the last train steward.
Train steward.
Not today, buddy. I think if we're to lose this run, it's to Arcus, and if we get past Arcus, we then go insane. Probably here, and then we can look for better
So
upgrades for Dante.
We have Temple and Temple, right? For the
Yeah,
last
Temple,
two?
Temple.
Okay. Yeah.
I think at the last one, we just infused Draft into Rail Beater.
I wouldn't be shocked if the correct play is... We need to duplicate Dante still, don't we?
Oh, yeah,
Will
you're
that
right.
be 15 shards?
That's 15, yeah. I always forget. That's better. Sure. I'm just gonna kind of play this one out. So, fun fact about Hollowed Halls is your first Hollowed Halls is free.
What do you mean by that?
So, if we play bottom floor like this, after we Hollowed Halls the first time, these units both die and we can replay our Hollowed Halls on any floor.
Ah, I see what you're saying. That's pretty cool.
So we can just drop these two down here, and then we can move them after the first Hollowed Halls.
Because they're going to burn out immediately. Yeah.
They did kill that enemy, so she didn't die, but, you know.
And all she does is kill.
It's true. I will just candle, and we'll just press enter. And I was thinking about Queen's Impling. This shouldn't get through.
It might.
We have an Entombed Explosive.
We do have an Entombed Explosive.
So we should. This is what I was talking about with Hollowed Halls number 1 being free. We can now Hollowed Halls, and he's in the dead pool already.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are looking at taking 9.
Yeah.
We can fix it with Primitive Mold, though. I'd rather not take the 9, because I don't think we need to. If we do end up needing to take the 9, it's a shame.
Yeah. I don't think it's the end of the world.
Oh, I did this and it doesn't matter, because we just get it off of the Entombed Explosive anyway. We do take 2 curses off of this.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Or not.
Oh, because she's quick. Yeah. I had to put it in front.
Yeah. You can put the Remnant Host down if you want to take even more curses, because if you put it in front...
No, God, that's 5 curses.
You put it in front...
We just cut our losses.
Okay. Fair.
Now we play ourselves middle floor. Fade can go down here. If it always goes in this order, that's pretty sick. We can be hopeful.
It'd be nice.
Floating bosses also are a lot worse for are a lot better. They're a lot worse off against us because of Dante. Just slapping them in pre-relentless. These reform orders have been great.
I concur. Indubitously. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Indubitably, I think is the word you're looking for there. Nah? Okay.
Nah, no way.
Wait, does Fate just win? Yeah, she just wins down there. She just takes on 2 waves herself. I'm down to just play Hallowed Drippings, maybe. We're just gonna Hallowed Halls anyway, who cares? It is like, the way we lose this is if Hallowed Halls orders our units incorrectly, so I guess we could have taken March of Shields.
Yeah, do this and then just passage up, and I'm pretty sure that'll win.
Oh yeah, we got the correct order here as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Done. And then I play Hallowed Halls.
Oh, no. I mean, even then, like...
Yeah, no, we would still win. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one is good.
A second Formless Child.
I wonder how this interacts if you kill a whole floor with Formless Child and Dante on it. What would happen? I don't know.
You get Dante back to your hand probably with 40 more attack.
God. Cranberry, I just had the greatest idea of my life.
What's the greatest idea of your life? And don't say it has anything to do with Devourer.
Oh, it does. You know that new card in Wormkin? The one that doubles buffs?
Fuck off. Symphony or whatever?
Yeah, Symphony of the Soul.
No, I refuse to allow this.
That's all I have to say.
I think card draw is the right pick here.
Yeah, I think you can go card draw or space. Space for the Large Stone Dante potentially, but I'm down with card draw. Although Large Stone Dante does remove the potential, like, oops, we ordered our units wrong and died, but that shouldn't happen.
But like also, the sooner we get it, the sooner we start reforming, and then the sooner we start reforming, the more HP Dante will have.
Yeah, we can also remedy with like quick or plus 25. I'm down for draw.
Yeah.
Agreed. And we'll go right, duplicate here. Go right here.
Yep.
We maximize removals.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Hallowed Halls is very complicated when you get the when you get this holdover on it. It's really a difficult one to play, I think.
Knock it off.
I'm gonna give
Do
Dante.
you want to do multi-strike, or do you want to save for quick?
Save for quick. I mean, he does
Yeah.
5 multi-strike. We don't need more.
Yeah. I like the plus 25 though. Plus 25 is a very good one here.
Yeah, we're a little low on money, but we can roll anyway. If we can't afford it, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. We could give him Rage 7. That would work, actually. He'd get the Rage 7 at the start of each round. I know it doesn't really matter, but, like, kind of neat.
It would also get purged by Seraph the Chase. Not that Seraph is the biggest obstacle on this run, but something
It
to
actually,
keep in mind.
it wouldn't get purged because he just comes back every turn, and on summon he gets it, and we'd be...
Oh yeah, you're right, because we're killing him every turn.
Yeah, he'd come back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Remove the Welder Helper. He hasn't been played a single time. Poor guy.
Yeah, you know. Hey, you want to combine you want to combine Hallowed Halls with Hallowed Halls?
Yeah.
I don't know, does it let you combine copies of the same card?
Let's find out. It sure does.
Oh my god. There you go.
What is the card text? Play Hallowed Halls, play Hallowed Halls. Does
That's a
not
pretty
affect
good value right there.
bosses. Yeah, all right, yeah. You know, I was thinking we were just gonna, like, I don't know. I was going to say maybe we just purge primitive mold, but this is significantly cooler.
I agree.
We're gonna look for plus 10s that are worth it. Yeah, Purge Stone is good. What card do you hate the most here? I think it's primitive mold, personally. We don't need 5.
Yeah, primitive mold or hallow drippings, but
Mhm.
like even then, like it's not bad. Like it was good that last combat. So
Hang on, just a quick thought for you.
do not fucking. We don't have enough energy for that.
Imagine if we could, though. We would gain it like, oh, we'd have to look for a value stone or something like that. But we could. Yeah, what does she get? 63. Yeah, that's really good. This unit's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, let's go. This is the last combat that I think can potentially be scary if it's not. I was gonna say maybe purifiers.
Spike's 5 is like pretty spooky with the Dantes though, huh?
Yeah, because he's gonna. It's probably not worth it. I
Although
would
we
like
don't
the
even
money.
even care if they die though, because we're Hallowed Hallsing them.
Yeah, and he has 35 health. He's not gonna. Yeah, you're right. It's actually fine.
Yeah,
Should be fine anyway.
should be.
Should be. And we also crush the frontliners. Oh, hey, we got Hallowed Halls turn 1.
That did
Cool.
not take long.
Seems good. I think we drop Dante and then let him Hallowed Halls. Then put Fade down.
You can sneak in the draft there for a little extra damage boost too.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be in the reform pool.
Oh, you're right, because it doesn't go to our hand. It's there.
Yeah.
Forever.
So we can do this. That's 148, and then we just drop Fade.
And then fucking farm break it.
Yeah, get him. Yeah, the only way that we really lose this is if we have a late Hallowed Halls draw, I feel like. Yeah, we can play here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just put Fade top floor and catch the Collector. Different order, please. We are gonna miss our next turn, but our Hallowed Halls is free, so...
Yeah.
Does it really
Definitely one of the
matter?
advantages over going with the intrinsic plan.
Yeah. Oh no, we take Dante's candle damage. How could you?
Yeah.
Dante, why are you doing this to yourself? Please. He's already a 103 times 6. Man, this is the nuts draw right here.
Yeah, this is pretty sick. And then you just fucking you just triple it.
Oh yeah.
You hit it with the triple Hallowed Halls.
Imagine having to be this guy and just watch this turn happen. How many 50-50s?
Why do you keep dying?
How many 50-50s have we just lost? It's not even a loss because like it's fine, but still, Dante, please. All right, big brain move here. I'm gonna ascend this unit.
Oh, so Fade doesn't even die?
No, so she finally dies to the spikes.
Oh yeah, spikes. You're right.
Dante, what are you doing? Come on, dude.
Dante, you gotta figure your shit out.
Fix
You
this.
gotta get behind.
Finally, he's done it.
There we go. There we go.
We're up to 9 already. Oh, the second Hallowed Halls. Yeah, 85 health seems good. He says, my sincerest apologies for your imminent loss. He
Dang.
knows. You know, we could do some real fun stuff like ascend the boss to kill these guys to add a little spice.
Fuck off.
Buddy, that's 1200 damage around. Alright. Took 3 from the candle. I'm going to now be pressing skip without discussing the cards. Actually, you never mind. Yeah, Inferno. This card's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I don't think we need it, but like, let's just take it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it helps us a lot in the early turns in case of bad draws. Like, turns where we draw that it's worth. But we'll go left.
Yep, left looking for quick, and then duplicating the Dante.
Multi-strike. We can just take a look around. Light stun casing.
Perfect timing as always.
Mm-hmm. Spell chain.
Stop it.
I'm gonna go real quick here. We'll just take out. Doesn't really matter because we never played these units anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can roll this. Quick.
Okay, there's quick. I guess we're gonna dupe Dante, so it doesn't matter too much.
And then we can
we can re-roll the trinket shot to see what else is there.
Yeah, we can't afford 2 removals, so we may as well. Sketches is actually no, it's horrible. Never mind.
We have a couple imps in there still.
3 imps, 2 tombs, and a giraffe.
Yeah.
Could be fun though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, these are all garbage.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? You've earned it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, how do you feel about if this were a value stone taking it? Like, how bad is it at 115? I don't think it's a huge difference.
Either way, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. I was like, maybe value stone on Inferno could be cool.
Nope. You know what would have been sick?
What's that?
Value stone and then remove consume on that Nexus shard or whatever it is.
And then you want to take it all the way, we could then we win this combat. Add in the what is it? The +1 spell slots, and then you give it holdover.
Oh yeah. What are you doing here, you think?
Probably the old Dante Hallowed Hall's little fade maneuver.
Okay.
Seems fine.
It's a classic.
Yeah, we give him a bunch of armor, but like I know this
might. Put an explosive down too.
No, we don't want to anymore because we have the second.
Oh, he's
Dante.
he's the big armor guy. Never mind.
We also have the second Dante, so it messes with the pool.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have 2 Dantes now.
Yeah. It is a little awkward since we won't be able to play the third one. He has to get killed on a different floor, I think. Oh, no, it's not awkward. Never mind. Because I thought this was the Dante that I was thinking of. It is not. Because now we just go... And then we deploy the Hallowed Halls, and that should clear the floor. Yeah.
Damn.
And then we can just drop Fade. What the fuck, dude?
What was that?
A bird just decided it had enough and was taking on my window.
Oh no.
It's fine, it just flew away into the tree. I told you, dude. I said it at the start of the episode, you live in the countryside in springtime, some weird noise always happens when I start recording. This time it was a bird who's decided it's gonna 1v1 my window.
He wins those.
He did give it his best shot.
As far as I'm concerned, he won. Mission accomplished. He spooked the shit out of you.
Fucking dumbass birds, dude.
You gotta love the Nexus shard here.
It is.
Nexus
It is
Spike,
great.
whatever it is called. Like, come on.
How much damage do we push there? Oh yeah, it's gotta keep going. Add 150. I'm gonna have to like check the recording to make sure that wasn't so loud that I need to silence it in my editing software.
I mean, I heard it. So there's that, but I don't think
it was
too
like
loud, but
I'll just double check, you know. I don't want it to be like, I know some people use these videos to sleep, so I try to avoid really loud noises. The ones that make me so mad is when my neighbor in his like lifted souped up pickup truck just revs his engine. Oh man, I gotta go in and edit the fucking VOD. Because my man was like, you know what I need to do today? Sit in my truck and rev that bitch.
you know, I too live in a fairly rural area, and I've had friends always complain about that, but the neighborhood I live in never really happens.
It must
I'm
be
lucky.
nice. It doesn't happen to me a ton, but it is like the main reason I record at night is because there's no bird flight patterns that involve them running it into my windows.
That you know of.
That I know of, yeah, that's true. It's a cicada season pretty soon though, so we're gonna have that going on in the background. I don't remember.
You gotta love the cicadas. That won't pick up on your mic though, I don't think. Probably.
I don't know.
Oh,
dude.
what the hell, dude? Little fade.
Yeah, we gotta get the score. Also, she's endless. She doesn't care.
That cares a little bit.
I mean, she's like, died and resurrected 15 times. What's one more? Do we win this? Probably. I mean, we've been pretty lucky with our draws on Hollowed Halls. If we have a late Hollowed Halls, it could be maybe awkward. We might leak a little bit.
Higher health though, I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah, we drew Nexus Spike. I think we put this on top and wait since it's single use.
Okay, yep.
I'm gonna play Fade out of the way.
You could play it in just mid floor to get smacked by the hip thrust.
I'm thinking what we want here. I'm gonna play the candle. I'm thinking we want to do B5. We'll take 10 and 14. I think we want to put Dante mid floor and ascend this Wilt Wings up, and then just put Fade top floor.
Okay.
Dante won't die, but he'll be in position. And we just defuse this
Prepared for
enemy.
death.
Yeah, he's ready for his live, die, repeat. Okay, we win. This is the draw order where it's a little awkward though, where we have to like play the other Dante and have it die for one round, right? Because it won't just die instantly.
Yeah.
But
Well, I don't think he'll last long on the bottom floor by himself, so I don't think it's gonna be too big of an issue.
agree. I should have put Nexus Spike on top. I don't know why I didn't. So what is this? It's 15, 15, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think he pings off the damage shield here. I think we're fine. Just go drop Fade down here, let her smack. Do we play the Nexus Spike? I think we wait, right?
It's a little bit of pyre damage if you let that guy go through, but like it's not the end of the world.
We
and
should-
like,
We can clip him with Fade, right?
oh, if he's losing the damage shield, then yeah.
According to my rough math, he should lose his damage shield. Oh no, I did my math incorrectly because I forgot that he has Quick. So no, he doesn't lose it. My bad. I have thrown the run.
Again, not the end of the world because
Oh.
the Hornbreak kills him.
Yeah, it's also not awkward because of they died. That's really good. Do you want to play?
Oh, so you're
top?
just playing top floor, okay?
Yeah. Do you want to play top or you want to play mid?
Does it matter? Because you can play mid and just Hornbreak, the guy top.
Yeah.
It's got Pierce, so it kills him.
You're right. I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're good.
You are correct. I don't know, I try my best to at least think of ways we could lose this. It seems pretty doomed for the enemies, though.
Yeah, at this point we have the quick Dante set up. They're just gonna keep doing their Dante thing.
How many runs do you think we're gonna have of Dante plus Formless Child over the course of this co-op series?
Oh God, I hope no. I hope none. I hope no more.
It's really good, though. The
Yeah, but,
armor,
like-
oh my god.
I want to do different Dante things. Dante does such cool stuff, and we just keep getting fucking Formless Child.
This unit, this backline spikes unit, takes 90.
He doesn't give a shit.
Does not care whatsoever.
Fade's got him next turn. Don't worry.
Oh, we could also Inferno. Where'd this, oh, this, High Priest. Or not High Priest, Chains. You. Alright, Fade, you win this. Imagine if buffs or debuffs applied to the whole of Divinity. So we could, like, have melee weakness down here, apply up here. I kinda dislike how the Divinity breaks the, like, multi-floor setup for you. You notice that?
Oh, you kind of wish it had like each part had like different. Oh, how fucked would it be if each section had like a separate HP pool and you had to kill all three?
That would be weird. Yeah, it'd be really hard. I think. I'm more thinking.
You need to have like
how...
a lot less, or like a thing where it's like if you kill one, the damage spreads to the other two or something.
Yeah, it's more just like a lot of my runs with Rail Beater. I'm like, okay, so Rail Beater's down here, and then I have something big on the top floor to capitalize. But you can't do that on the Divinity. You can't get melee weakness applied from down here up to there. Again, I should have put Nexus Spike on top. I'm not really giving this the most thought. I will be honest with you, Cranberry. I'm not...
No, the Pyre health! The Pyre health!
I'm not really respecting this combat all that much at this point. We are doing 2200 here.
Hey, fine, we'll get the early kill instead, I guess, whatever. To make up for the score, we'll get the pre-relentless kill.
Probably.
It's pretty close. I'm pretty sure he does Hallowed Halls here. Oh, actually, he did the armor spread, so maybe not.
You know, we may as well find out. You know what would have been a significantly cooler way than that to kill?
Hey, hold on, time out 1 second, time out 1 second. Hey, that guy in the back isn't dying.
He's stealthed.
Oh, that's why. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Too bad we couldn't have. I was thinking what we could have done for a much cooler kill was double Queen's Impling to clear these and then little Fade, but no. Because these have 15. We won the run. Close one. So... Really, really close one. We didn't even see High Priest. What the hell?
I mean, I see him. He's right there.
That's true. So, Hallowed Hall's Cranberry. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like maybe the extreme nuts.
I don't even. I mean,
that's just.
Yeah, Dante is, but like you can do this.
Dante with Formless Child essence.
Yeah.
Like that's just a little nutty. That's not what like. That's not the normal power level, I would say.
I have found that to be the normal power level.
Okay, you know that maybe that's a little high. Like I don't know, man.
What happens instead if we don't see Dante there is we just have 3 Rail Beaters slapping.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
They all double their damage after the first hit, so they're just going in. And I mean, you know, if you don't have, you can think about it, right? If you don't have Formless Child on this run, what do you have? Well, we probably just have 3 multi-strike Rail Beaters slapping instead because of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Or the harvest effect from the Baron, because they'll harvest each other as well, could work. Like there's a lot of
they're gonna harvest each other real good.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you go about this where it's like, oh wow, we're going nuts.
It was cool.
Even without the holdover, it's fine because you can then plan to try and duplicate Hallowed Halls and then just take the deck down to 20 cards. Lots of ways that this goes, but we got a cool one. One of the things that I found is a lot of times at the end of my runs, I try to justify like, oh yeah, this was a high roll, but we could have done this other ways. When in reality, there's like, in most of the runs, there's a way to win that just looks like a high roll, you know? Like this.
This is still a high roll. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, but like,
but I'm not saying it's like, oh, we needed this high roll to win.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying.
It's just the game often shows you answers. The game always provides an answer. You just have to find it. New record for multi-strike applied. Did you know that was a stat?
I think each time you summon Dante, it applies multi-strike.
Yeah,
that would be my guess there.
So we applied 328.
Nice work.
Yeah. All right. Well, Cranberry, would you like to do the outro today?
Yeah, sure. I do it, I think, almost every time.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video episode thing.
Video episode, yep.
Yeah, video episode. You should consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing to this channel, and you should consider leaving a comment about how this roll could have been, how the high roll could have been even high rollier. What did we miss? What was the one thing that we needed?
And also don't forget to tell us about how the intro was too long.
Oh, of course, of course, of
Yeah, it
course.
does
Of
wonders
course,
for
of
the engagement.
course. Of course. And
Hmm.
next time it's gonna be longer.
Uh, what are you gonna tell people they're nerds in the comments if they comment about the intro length like last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only call like 1 or 2 people nerds though.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
be much more aggressive this
All
week.
right. If you this week get ready for aggressive cranberry. All right, I'm
Did
gonna
you
end the
end it? Did
episode
you
now.
end it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna press the button. There'll be links in the description as well. You can go check out Cranberry on Twitch and YouTube. You know the deal. Goodbye.
Goodbye.